Maybe you are not lazy. Maybe you are not unmotivated. Maybe you are just very good at avoiding your own life. You help someone solve their problem. You research another thing. You watch another podcast. You learn another skill. You plan another strategy. And somehow, at the end of the day, you have been busy for hours. But the thing that actually matters to you is still untouched. There is a very strange kind of procrastination. It doesn't look like scrolling in bed, it looks like being useful. You become the person everyone can call. You solve problems, you give advice, you learn constantly, you collect information. And because all of it feels productive, you don't realize what's happening. You are using other people's problems and the endless pursuit of knowledge as a place to hide from your own work. Think about it. When was the last time you spent 3 uninterrupted hours building something that belonged entirely to you? Not helping someone, not helping friends, family, colleagues, not researching something you might need someday, not preparing, not planning, not consuming, actually doing. Because sometimes knowledge becomes another form of avoidance. You tell yourself, I just need to learn a little more. One more book, one more video, one more course, one more expert's opinion, one more strategy. And eventually, you know exactly what you should do, but you are still not doing it. That's the trap. Knowledge gives you the feeling of progress without demanding the vulnerability of action. Because once you actually start, you can fail. Your work can be judged. You can discover that you are not as good as you imagined. So learning feels safer. Planning feels safer. Helping others feels safer. But your dreams don't need another 100 hours of preparation. They need your attention. Ask yourself, what am I learning about instead of doing? Pause there. That question can expose a lot. And then there is another distraction people. You become emotionally invested in everyone's life. Someone has a problem, you are there. Someone needs advice, you are there. Someone is making a bad decision, you feel responsible for stopping them. Someone is struggling, you immediately want to fix it. But here's something you may need to hear. Not every problem is your assignment. Sometimes people need to experience the consequences of their choices. Sometimes they need to figure things out themselves. Sometimes your constant rescuing doesn't actually help them grow. And sometimes, while you are busy trying to repair everyone else's life, your own life is waiting for you. The cost isn't just lost time, it's something deeper. Every time you repeatedly abandon your priorities to deal with something else, you teach yourself, my life can wait. And eventually, you stop trusting yourself. You make promises, I'll start tomorrow, I'll focus next week, once everything settles down. But everything never settles down. There will always be another person to help, another problem to solve, another thing to learn, another piece of information to consume. Life will keep producing distractions. Your job is not to eliminate them. Your job is to stop letting them decide what gets your attention. So maybe it's time to change the question. Instead of what does everyone need from me? Ask what does my life need from me today? Maybe it's 1 hour of focused work. Maybe it's applying for the job, writing the first page, building the project, starting the business, recording the video, practicing the skill, making the decision you have been postponing. Whatever it is, give it your best attention before giving the rest of the world your leftovers. You don't have to become selfish. You just have to stop disappearing from your own life. And remember this, you don't need to know everything before you begin. Learn, then apply. Learn, then build. Learn, then experiment. Let action tell you what you actually need to learn next. Because there is a point where more information stops making you wiser and start making you afraid to begin. You don't need another answer. You may need to finally use the answers you already have. So today, don't fix someone else's life before you have spent time building yours. Don't open another tab when you already know what you need to do. Don't consume another piece of knowledge just to feel like you are moving. Close the noise, put the phone down, just one thing that matters to you, and give it your full attention. Because your life isn't going to be built by everything you know, it's going to be built by what you repeatedly do. And maybe the next chapter of your life doesn't require you to learn more. Maybe it requires you to finally focus on yourself. Stop being everywhere. Start being where your life needs you. Thank you.